I'm Fletcher Roden, and this is Tracking the Lone Wolf, based on my book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, The Sigma at Work, at Home, and at Play. It's available in paperback and for Kindle and in audiobook format. I'm a public speaker, and you can learn more about that at the website, trackingthelonewolf.com. Well, the Sigma is known for its diversity. The reason for this is that the Sigma does not generally commit to the social structures and systems which are so popular and necessary for the Alpha, the Beta, and the Delta. More like the Omega and the Gamma, the Sigma is an independent type creature, more so than any of the other designations. The lone wolf, the Sigma, prefers hours of isolated work. Hence, the lone part of the lone wolf designation only makes sense. So what you find is a lot of Sigmas are in medical research, which requires hours of isolated work, or scholastica, where study is required. Very often in the arts, you'll find the Sigma. So when we look at famous Sigmas, we see a lot of great artists. For example, Leonardo da Vinci, not only a painter, a sculptor, and a weapons designer, and a naturalist. We look at Michelangelo, also painter, sculptor, musician. We look at Galileo, astronomer, also mathematician and musician. Look at modern Sigmas, such as Bob Dylan, classic modern Sigma, socially conscious, disinterested in the opinions of others. A classic lone wolf. Even in his music, though, we see diversity. From one era to the next, created folk rock music, not folk music. But he did introduce folk music into the popular lexicon. Then he created folk rock. Then he introduced the singer-songwriter into the lexicon of American culture and world culture. Then he reintroduced the world to gospel music. Then he reintroduced the world to Frank Sinatra. Always diverse. Also, the man's a painter and a writer and an ironworks artist. He is the classic lone wolf because he is driven by an intellectual curiosity and a disinterest in failure. Doesn't matter if he fails when he's doing an iron work. He tries and he succeeds because he's not afraid of failure. The Alpha, who needs to maintain their status, may be afraid of failure. Too many failures, and the Alpha is no longer the Alpha. But the Sigma is not concerned with failure. They're more concerned with adaptation. You see, the Sigma lives outside, where climate is a greater factor. The Alpha and the Beta and the Delta live inside, where culture is more of a factor. Culture doesn't change. Climate does. So the Sigma must be adaptable in ways that the Alpha simply is not. It's the Alpha's downfall that they're not adaptable. But the Alpha relies on status, and the Sigma relies on change. So change creates diversity. That's why you have Leonardo da Vinci doing so many things. That's where he put his time, first of all, not into family, but into the Mona Lisa, into his bronze horse, into his flying machines. Bob Dylan, that's where he puts his energy, on the road, into his music. This is the way of the Sigma. Diversity is the way of the Sigma. Myself, some people know me as a novelist. Some people know me as a nonfiction writer, as the author of Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Sigma at work, at home, and at play. Some people know me as a public speaker. Others know me as a painter. Some as a recording artist, with a variety of different types of pop music available. Some people know me as a dramatist, as a playwright and director, with media that's available to download through DistroKid. It is the way of the Sigma to be diverse. This is both resultant from their lifestyle and also part of what propels the lifestyle. The lone wolf wants to be alone, so they prefer to work. But the lone wolf also prefers to work, and therefore they want to be alone. It's a dual cycle, and it suits the Sigma best. So if you're looking at a Sigma, you're looking at diversity in artistic expression. If you are looking at diversity in artistic expression, you are probably looking at a Sigma. And you can learn more about this in my book, Tracking the Lone Wolf, the Sigma at work, at home, and at play. It's available in paperback and for Kindle and in audiobook format. I'm a public speaker, and you can learn more about that at the website, trackingthelonewolf.com. I'm Fletcher Roden, and this has been Tracking the Lone Wolf. See you again.